Okay, we're back. I hope this works. I hope we didn't lose you guys. It was very strange. Everything disappeared. Nobody's here yet, so let's wait and see if anyone joins back. I hope it's working. Give everyone a second to refresh and log back in. Yes. Okay, Julie, you're back. That means it's working. I'm looking at my phone to see you can hear me still. Okay, I don't know what happened, but I'm so glad you guys are back. I'm going to wait a second for everyone to join back in. Thank you. I don't know what happened. All the discussion on the right side of the screen went blank.
Oh,
so we couldn't see anything.
Try minimizing your screen if that happens again.
Thanks, Mel. Slow down a little. Thanks, Jules. I will. What happens after salt? I'll go back because I don't know what happened. I'm just going to wait for, we had about 20 watchers, so I'm just going to wait for everyone to join back in. I'm so sorry for the confusion, for the difficulty. I don't know what happened. We're still trying to work out how to become Facebook Live experts. We've got it sort of down, but I guess it's not perfect. So I'm going to slow down. I'm going to repeat myself a couple steps back, so don't worry. I'm just waiting for everyone to join back in. We are only at 8 and we had 20, so I hope everyone can figure it out. We're at 9. Hopefully everyone has combined their butter and sugar. I'll go back again, but just to make sure whoever's here is caught up. Do your butter and sugar and your vanilla and your salt, and then we're working on sour cream and cottage cheese. So I'll go back and repeat myself for anyone that I lost. I don't know what happened. I apologize for anyone that was watching and got kicked off. It's just that all our chat disappeared and we didn't want to lose you. Thank you. Hi, Belinda. Hi, Carolyn. Thank you. I'm so sorry, you guys. I don't know what happened. I think you see the same thing we see, which is my face 3/4 of the screen, and then off to the right side on my screen is the conversation box. And when people are there, it pops up in green and all the questions pop up, and it went totally blank. So I couldn't see anything. It showed us at the top that there were comments, but we couldn't read the comments. So I didn't know if you guys could hear me or if we lost anyone. So we were just waiting a second. I see Betty's back. Hi, Betty, and Braun and Francine. Everyone's joining back. I see my mom hasn't joined back, but you're probably figuring it out. I have a request to go back and repeat it and talk a little slower. So I'm going to honor all those requests. I was just waiting a second for everyone to try to hop on. Hopefully everyone's going to come back. If not, the video should record and you can go back. And the recipes are also posted in the event. Leave it, honey, it's okay. The recipes are also posted so you can go back. So we still lost quite a few people, but I'm gonna continue, and if I have to repeat myself with questions, I hope you guys will bear with me, okay? Sound good? Someone? Yes? Arlene, you're here? Okay, I see everyone, not everyone, but I think we lost about 10 people, but hopefully they'll come back, okay? So we're working on our noodle kugel. We've got our 1/2 cup of sugar and a stick of softened butter. We just creamed them together. I'm using a hand mixer. You can use a stand mixer. You can even do it by hand if it's easier. It'll just be a little bit more work for you, but any of them work. So I've creamed together the butter and the sugar. I've added 1/2 teaspoon of salt. I just use regular sea salt. Anything is fine. And let's do it. And 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract that I just eyeballed. Then I added 2 cups of sour cream. 2 cups is the same as 1 pint. It was a 16-ounce container. And now I'm going to add 8 ounces of cottage cheese. I'm using just low-fat cottage cheese. And I could measure it and be totally exact, but I'm not going to. I just know it's 1/2 of my container. So I'm going to eyeball about 1/2 or 1 cup of cottage cheese right in to the bowl and just stick this in the fridge because it's so hot in here. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and mix that all up. You want that nice and smooth before we add our eggs. So if you were going ahead of me, hopefully you're not too far ahead because you want this mixture nice and creamy before you add the eggs. All right, hopefully you have that all mixed up. Now we add 5 eggs, one at a time. I know it seems painful, but we'll do it relatively quick. Obviously, we don't want shells in our egg, so I like to crack my egg into a little bowl, make sure there's no shell, make sure there's no blood, and then I dump it into the mixture. So hopefully you're doing that with me. 5 eggs, one at a time, and then give it just a quick mix, 10 or 15 seconds. That was probably not even 10, right? Just enough. 7, Levy counted, 7 seconds. Crack your next egg, just enough so that your yolk is mixed in and everything blends nice and evenly. You want it incorporated very well. Is that 7?
9.
9? Oh, yeah. All right. Somewhere between 7 and 9 seconds apparently is the magic number. I'm on my 3rd egg.
8.
Once you see your yolk disappear, you know that it's incorporated. Hopefully you don't get any shell and waste your egg. That's my 4. This mixture is like a custard mixture that you're making. You want it to be nice and creamy. This is my 5th egg going right in to the bowl. All right, so you should have a nice, light, yellow, creamy looking mixture. Let's see if I can show it to you. Yeah, you see what it looks like? And I'm gonna just take one of those spoons I had and just sort of scrape down the sides. Sorry, that's the dog. Scrape down the sides and just make sure all of that cottage cheese and sour cream is mixed in. I like to give it just a quick scoop around to make sure that it mixes with everything. And then we're just gonna pour it right over the noodle mixture. So again, egg noodles, I like to use wide, which are these curly ones. This is Manischewitz. No, this isn't Manischewitz actually. This was just Ralph's like Simple Truth organic noodles. I usually like the Manischewitz. Ones are fine too. Medium egg noodles are okay. They're not twisty, so I don't think it's as pretty, but it tastes just as delicious. So any egg noodles, I wouldn't use regular Kramer. I wouldn't use regular pasta. So we're working with egg noodles for this. In a buttered or sprayed baking dish, and we're gonna pour this custard right over the noodle mixture. Sometimes if I just cook the noodles and I'm using a bigger bowl, I will add the noodles into the bowl with the custard and stir it all the way through and then pour the whole mixture into a baking dish. I cooked the noodles much earlier, about an hour ago, so that they were ready, and I just wanted to be prepared, so that's why I'm pouring it over, which I also do regularly sometimes. And then I like to just take the spoon and just give it a good little mix once it's in this baking dish so that all the noodles are coated with the custard. You don't want clumps of the custard and clumps of dry noodles. You just want to make sure that everything is really well coated. I was saying in the beginning, this is a very simple, traditional noodle kugel. Originally came from a Marlene Sarosky cookbook. She's a Jewish cook, happens to live locally. There are all kinds of kugels with raisins and pineapple and cornflake crumbs and toppings, and you probably have a million in your repertoire that your family makes, and that's great. You should make what you like. You could add raisins to this. You could add a topping to this. You could add chocolate chips to this. You could add pineapple. You could add almost anything you want. Dried apples, dried apricots. This is just very simple. My kids like it simple. No chocolate, no fruit, no topping, except for some cinnamon. So mine is nicely incorporated, all mixed into my baking dish. But it looks totally naked without the cinnamon because noodle kugel needs cinnamon, right? So I just do it right out of here. I can't give you measurements. Maybe a teaspoon-ish, depending on if you really like cinnamon, put more. If you don't like a lot, don't put any. And if you really don't like it, don't put any. You could give it a little sprinkle if you don't like cinnamon of like a turbinado type sugar across the top, just to give it a little crunchy crust. But I just give it a really nice, even sprinkle of cinnamon right across the top. So mine looks like this. Left tilted down for just a quick sec before it goes in. That's my noodle kugel, and it's going right in the oven at 350, okay? So middle to top rack. It takes somewhere between 50 and 60 minutes. I set my Can you pop it back up on top? I set my timer for 45 minutes and then we'll check on it, okay? So I want to make sure everyone's caught up. I hope I slowed down. I hope your kugels looked as yummy as mine and smelled as good as mine. I just got egg or something on my face. Let me know that you're with me, and we will move on. Are we good? Am I talking slow enough? Is everyone caught up? Everyone's busy with their hands doing their own cooking, as you should be. All right, I'm just gonna set myself up for the next thing while somebody can let me know if we're ready to go. So tonight begins the holiday of Shavuot. And Shavuot, for those who are unsure, is a holiday that comes 49 days, 7 weeks after the Passover holiday. And we count the Omer, we count every day for 49 days. And Shavuot is when it is believed that we received the Torah from God on Mount Sinai. It's a holiday we celebrate with flowers, like my beautiful ones I showed you. Thank you, Flower Truck LA. And with eating dairy foods. And there's a lot of reasons as to why people believe we eat dairy. One is that we came into the land of milk and honey. One is it's a festive meal. Once we had a meat, and then we have to have a milk. I'm going to spray these pans. I forgot to give Levy a heads up.
For the eggs, if we're going to eat them tonight for dinner, can we prep it now and cook it later?
Absolutely. You can assemble it all right now and either leave it out on the counter or pop it into the fridge until you're ready to bake it. 100%. Sometimes I do that. If I find myself with a crazy day, I will prep this at 9 or 1 or 3, get it ready, all assembled, and either leave it on the counter covered if it's just a few hours and if it's not super hot, or pop it in the fridge, and then when you're ready to cook it, all you have to do is pop it in the oven. So this is a family favorite in my house. We have this once a week. We call it breakfast for dinner, sometimes with turkey bacon, sometimes with veggie sausage, sometimes with tater tots, sometimes with hash browns, cinnamon rolls, English muffins, whatever. And it's great. It's like a pantry cleaning crustless quiche. So we call it a crustless quiche. In Israel, it's called a pashtita, very common with corn, tomatoes, feta, all kinds of different things. Kind of like a frittata, but really it's great for using up anything in your fridge. Leftover cooked veggies, raw veggies that you want to get rid of, anything. So I decided today to do one that's a broccoli and cheese, and one is going to be a zucchini and spinach and green onion, just to show you some varieties. It's amazing with sauteed leeks, caramelized onions. It's great with asparagus, cauliflower, carrots, mushrooms, potatoes, tomatoes, anything. Anything you have that you want to get rid of, that's cooked, that's raw, that your family likes. If your family only likes broccoli and cheese, that's probably what you'll go with. Sometimes I do broccoli and cheese and add caramelized onion. Sometimes I'll slice really thin potatoes and put them at the bottom. So the options are seriously endless. It's so easy. Throw it together in 2 seconds. Great with salmon, great with a salad. If you're not worried about dairy, great with grilled chicken, with or without cheese, depending on your kashrut levels. But really anything is amazing. Leftover meat, veggie meat. I don't do them with meat, but they're good with meat. So really, options are endless. So I say 6 to 8 eggs. It depends if you're using medium eggs or large eggs. It depends on the size of your pie dish. You also can bake them in an 8x8 or a 9x11 or a 9x13. Obviously, you're here because you know how to cook and you like to cook, so that's where you would use your common sense and say, this amount of eggs doesn't fit this dish, I need more eggs, or I need more veggies, right? And so you want to make proper amount for your dish. I do standard pie plates, just like this and one glass. And sprayed them both, and I cracked into this bowl a little earlier. It just has 8 eggs. So I'm just going to beat these 8 eggs up, and I have in here some fat-free half and half. You can use milk, half and half, oat milk, almond milk, mocha mix, anything that you like. You could leave it out altogether, but it really adds some creaminess and some volume. If you don't want to use any dairy or half a my fat-free half and half. So I'm just beating up my eggs.
I'm late, but I made it.
Who's the
Ronnie.
Oh, hi Ronnie. I'm so glad you're here. We made our noodle kugel for anyone just joining. It's in the oven. And now we're working on our crustless quiche slash pastita. It is so great for dinner. It is great for brunch. I helped a really dear friend cater a birthday brunch for her mom's 70th birthday a few months ago, and I made 3 or 4 different varieties.
You are glitchy.
I'm glitchy? Oh. I'm sorry, Allison. I'm sorry, all of you. I hope that's better. Let me make sure my phone Wi-Fi is off. Hang on, you guys. Sometimes that helps. Okay, my Wi-Fi is off. I hope that you're with me and not glitchy. It doesn't
Comment
show
if it's glitchy.
at all on my end. Thank you, Lovey. That sounds like a professional YouTube. Subscribe and comment below. She says, comment if it's glitchy. Allison said it is, and I hope that it's better. Hi, Auntie Gail. You keep losing me on my end or your end? I guess it's on my end. I'm so sorry, you guys. I'm always in the same spot, and I should be good with my Wi-Fi. I'm gonna keep talking and hope that you can hear me. And if you can't, someone let me know and I can just repeat myself a little. Don't play with everything there. Yes? I hope we're good. Anybody? Someone comment, let us know before I move on and talk to myself. Let's see, it doesn't show that we're frozen on my end. Hope we're not frozen on your end. That would be such a bummer. I've got a lot of food here to cook with you guys. We don't want to press on anything because we don't want to lose the video again.
Maybe it's not, maybe we can't see because it's not in it.
Stephanie joined, Mimi joined. Why don't you just type in the comment really quick? Just say, can you hear?
Oh.
There we go.
Wait. See?
Oh, there we are. Okay, everyone's there. Better. Okay, great. Hi, guys. Not frozen. Okay, let's just catch up on our comments. Auntie Gail, Arlene, it's blurry. It looks like it's better for everyone else. Scroll down left. Keep going. Keep going. Hi, everyone. Allison, thank you. Say what you've done so far. Okay. Vicki, how much milk?